King's
My
Landing.
sister can
Sweet.
help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Wordplay, wooby dooby.
Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Essos. Is Essos in...
I'm not sure.
Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I
That's
do wish you and Mother could
Lady
come.
Large Tits.
Although I know it would be impossible.
It's the one
under
who's
the
going to marry Joffrey.
circumstances.
Yeah, yeah.
I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day
Didn't go
you
great
can.
for her. She seems to be holding her own now.
No, she's okay. She got with the younger kid.
Mm-hmm. Which is also creepy.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
It was
Talia?
very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to
Oh, I
me.
do have her favorite.
It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Was that the grandma? I think that was Marjorie's, the older
The
woman.
older. They're the Tyrells, I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dusty old tome.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
No, maybe
She doesn't know yet, right? And if he gave her a gift, then maybe there's some interest.
Aren't they siblings? This is your other sister.
Oh, I skipped characters. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's gonna get me. Oh, I can walk.
King's
I
Landing.
wonder if we're gonna run into Sansa.
I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Is she already gone? Did she leave?
No, this is circa the Red Wedding, so she's still in.
Oh, okay. But no, but Marjorie's there.
They were both contemporary. They were both there.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Who is this person?
Let him in.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Your chamber boy.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie?
Boy, you forget yourself.
I may be wrong,
What?
but it seems like you do.
Perhaps you should come back later.
Of course, milady.
There she is.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you
Okay,
must
so
not
you know your
despair.
family's dead.
We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
How are you gonna do this? You can fight for your family's honor, or you can do what
You'll be fine. I know you will.
Lady Large Tit says.
You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Tensions.
Good luck.
Face off against Cersei Lannister.
Why don't you stop fucking your brother?
Oh, burn! That would be... It's like game over.
You
She
lose,
just
and she
beheads
murders
you.
everyone in your family forever.
Yeah. Oh, Tyrion's here.
You can do this.
Go and use W. Nice. Iron Throne.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
Oh.
The girl did say the loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks.
Gotta...
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king.
Hmm.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
The king, of course.
Well said.
Well, what does she expect me to
beginning to worry
say?
you didn't
She
have to
told me
No,
to
she
say
said,
whatever.
yeah.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a
work with
thing.
him.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
It's pretty bold. Ooh, I hope Marjorie's not super pissed at you.
Mira, I was
It's
worried.
not her.
How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now.
I think she's a spy.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right. Of course.
Interesting choice.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even
You're
allow
right
you to
about
be my
her being a
handmaiden.
spy.
Did she just say she'd allow you to be her
Who else should we
handmaiden?
marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir
giant.
Bronn
Yeah.
and...
What are you doing? Well,
Cover for her?
Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your
You're
true
right.
heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you
Didn't mean to
say.
click that.
You learn very quickly.
No, but she
It's
appreciated
fine,
your
yeah.
loyalty.
Because it shows
Your
that I
words
didn't
to
mean shit. I
Cersei were
said,
brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons
You know what
might
you're
do
doing,
to
lady.
your family.
Your fingers have it.
my fingers
I do
know.
appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
What do you think?
My mother wanted me to ask a favor of you. For my family. But as you said, you're in a delicate position now with the wedding so near. And I would never want to jeopardize that.
Nice.
Soon I will be queen. And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, Now we must both be cautious.
Of course, my lady. You're right. Better to wait.
Should be.
Oh, back to him. I wonder. So it's a 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. No, please don't leave. Oh.
He got spooked.
Gave up kind of easily.
7 hours.
The art on this is so cool. Look at the leaves and the trees. It's like impressionism. That's
Let's play a
super
little
mean.
game, shall we?
No, that's him, right?
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Is this White Owl?
No, that's the Bolton.
Bolton?
Flayed man.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out.
Oh, they're getting. Why is you?
But
Sneak
he
back,
didn't
sneak
make
back.
it easy. What with all that bloody noise?
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never
Why do I need to
stop.
see?
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these forest
What is
zones?
this? I don't understand.
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Don't get captured by torture artist.
I'd rather not.
By Jigsaw.
Yeah. I don't really want to go there. It's only letting me move forward though. Yikes.
Bloody hell.